Hi, my name is Ruby-Jade Aryiku and I'm a media student here at Coventry University, and I've just completed 20 days of professional experience. In this short presentation, I'll be reflecting on my completed professional experience. I'll be looking at what I did, what I learned, and most importantly, the skills that I developed during this placement. I chose to work for an old employer from a previous work experience, and I chose to do this rather than work for a traditional work placement in a company, as I felt like I already knew him and that this would ensure initial comfortability when doing the placement, but also it would give me more freedom to work on the skills that I'd like to improve on. When planning my professional experience, I had to think about three things in particular. Firstly, what are my interests? Music, TV, entertainment. Secondly, I had to think about what field of media I'd like to go into: entertainment, writing, PR and advertising. So thirdly, what skills are needed for those industries. So I had to think about the skills that I personally possess, and I feel like I possess good communication skills, both verbal and written, research and active listening skills, as well as creative thinking, motivation and time management skills. Through internet research, I looked up the skills for PR and entertainment journalism. Both require great communication skills, networking, creative and persuasive techniques, and many, many more. With these skills in mind, I decided to look for experience in these fields. Initially, I started looking in Coventry, but as Coventry is quite a small area, nothing was really suitable for me. So after looking and failing for work in London, I decided to call Riyad. Riyad is the co-founder and editor of an upcoming urban blog website called Pardon My Blog, but he also works for a magazine called 5 Mag, and its brand ambassador is Rio Ferdinand. In my professional experience, I worked for 5 Mag and also Pardon My Blog, but also I did my own work for either site, but to also gain more experience in the media industry. I hope initially when working for him was to improve on my writing skills, as I felt like it was something that I was least confident in, but the thing that I wanted to improve in the most, as I know it will be beneficial to either industry that I worked in, particularly entertainment writing, as I feel like you need to be very, very confident with your writing. So for my professional experience, I mainly worked on music and general entertainment posts for 5 Mag, which was really, really fun. One of my biggest challenges was my creativity. So I feel like the saying practice does make perfect definitely came into play here, as I started to find it a lot easier to be creative and to make eye-catching titles and tweets that would draw in readers to both the magazine and the blog. I also felt I began to form my own style of writing, something I've always been interested in doing. So this personal style of writing allowed me to write with some ease, which was needed when I was working against a heavy deadline. So during my professional experience, I was able to make some contacts. Networking is essential in this industry. So halfway through my professional experience, I met up with a friend of mine, Braynon Stevenson, who is a creative photographer. I had the pleasure of meeting up with him and interviewing him about some of his current work that he's been doing. So here's a little audio clip of that.
That's good. Okay, so this has all sort of been like a bit of a whirlwind for you. But how did you originally get into photography?
Okay, well, I got into photography through art because I was an art student, and we had an art trip. I really needed a camera. I borrowed my neighbour's camera, which was an SLR, and he accidentally gave it to me on manual setting.
Right.
And by the end of that day, I took pictures, came back, and he was like, "Wait, you shot on manual for the whole day?" I said, "Yeah." And that's how you gave me.
Yes, so that's
I just kept it moving. And he said it took him like a couple months to learn manual, and I got it in a day.
Oh, wow.
So I should look into this photography thing.
Okay.
I had no history.
I was able to do a lot of different things during my professional experience, and I was quite pleased to be able to work on both sides of the industries I'm interested in going into. I wouldn't call myself a professional writer. I think I'm definitely closer to becoming one, and I feel like my work that I produced was of good quality, and I've been getting really good feedback, which is always really nice to see and something that has really boosted my confidence. After completing my professional experience, I had to think about whether it informed my overall career plan, and whilst it hadn't changed it, I feel like it's definitely reaffirmed the industries I'd like to go into. I think looking for the professional experience was an experience in itself, so I had to use a lot of vital skills such as persuasive communication skills and a lot of research skills. Overall, I think my professional experience was a success. If I had to think about what I would do better next time, I would probably try to do the harder tasks first to take off the pressure later. Thank you for watching.